The Roman Empire, a civilization that defined an era, wasn't destroyed in a single day. Its collapse was a slow, agonizing process, a perfect storm of internal decay and external pressures. For centuries, Rome was the center of the world. But by the 5th century CE, the cracks in its foundation had become gaping chasms. One of the deepest cracks was political instability. The once mighty empire became a chaotic carousel of rulers. In a mere 75-year span, more than 20 emperors took the throne, many meeting a violent end. Civil wars became commonplace, draining the treasury and distracting from threats at the borders. The decision to split the empire into eastern and western halves, intended to make it more governable, only deepened the division, creating rivals that quarreled over resources and military aid as the West spiraled into crises. At the same time, the empire's economic heart was failing. Heavy taxation crushed the populace, while rampant inflation made the currency worthless. A society built on the backs of slaves found itself lacking innovation, and the vast gap between the fabulously wealthy elite and the impoverished masses bred deep social unrest. Trade routes faltered, and agricultural production declined, starving the very cities that were the jewels of the empire. While Rome rotted from within, external forces gathered at its gates. The Huns' arrival in Europe triggered a domino effect, pushing Germanic tribes like the Goths and Vandals into Roman territory. These were not coordinated invasions, but desperate migrations. The Romans treated the newcomers with cruelty, turning potential allies into bitter enemies. The military, once an unstoppable force of Roman citizens, was now a patchwork of less loyal foreign mercenaries, unable to defend the vast, overextended borders. In 410, the Visigoths sacked the city of Rome itself, a psychological blow from which the empire would never recover. Finally, in 476, the last Western Roman emperor was deposed not by a rival Roman, but by a Germanic chief. It was not a dramatic final battle, but a quiet, almost bureaucratic end to a power that had ruled for 1,000 years. The fall of Rome wasn't just the end of an empire, it was the end of a world, plunging Europe into a new, uncertain era.